You are once again welcome to this tutorial on differential and elementary differential and integral calculus questions. It's a tutorial question, and now we are in question 26, and it reads, if x equals to sine t and y equals to cos t, then find the y dx. This is a trigonometric function. So what we do now is to first of all write out the first function here, which is x equals to what? Sine t, and then we'll bring out the next function, which is y equals to what? Cos t. Then we differentiate them independently. On this side, we are going to have ds dt, okay? And the s dt, if you are to differentiate a sine function, it will turn to cos, then you put the t there. And if you check this t, it has power 1. Since the power is 1, that means this t will disappear to become 1 at the front here. So there's no need to write the 1 at the front. So leave it like that, okay? Then on the other side, if we are to differentiate the y dt, in this case now, if you are differentiating a cos function, it will turn to minus sine the angle you see there, or the value you see there, which is t. Now, once again, since t carries power 1, all right, that means if we differentiate t power 1, it's going to give us 1. And that's the reason why there is nothing standing in front. There's nothing standing in front of sine t except the minus sign you see here. So now, a closer look at the two functions given to us, two derivatives given to us, you will see that in this first derivative, we need our x to come down and not to be at the top here. So we are going to reciprocate in order to take the inverse of this function. So here we have dt dx. Then whatsoever we have here, we are going to turn it downside up. So the 1 comes up, and then the cos t comes down, while what we're having here still remains the same. So for this reason, in the next step, we are going to take our dy dx to become dy dt multiplied by dt dx. I'm sure you are familiar with this, what I'm doing here. I'm applying the function of a function here, and this is exactly what I've solved in question, I think 24 and 25. So go back to those lessons to see how this is solved there. Now let us continue with this. Now what is our dy dt? Our dy dt is minus sine t. We'll write it out, minus sine t multiply by dt dx, which is 1 upon cos t. Now minus sine t times 1 will give us minus sine t all divided by cos t. But there is something I need you to understand here. I want to show you something here. We know that our sine t divided by cos t, this ratio is actually going to give us tan t. So we are going to replace our minus sine t upon tan cos t. Is going to become minus tan t. And this is going to be the answer to the derivative of the functions given.